I also think it's time we stop buying people from Bundesliga. Every other guy, the last 5 years, in the past, Bundesliga was known for football made in Germany, and you had people like Balak, Deco coming from there, just so robust, so strong, so they were uh, heavy, running everywhere, like getting the ball from wherever they are. But in the last 5 years, since the since Ballon d'Or decided they are not going to give Lewandowski the Ballon d'Or, I don't know what happened to Bundesliga. And you can see from the national team, because a national team might be a very, very good indication of the quality that that country produces. If a national team is always struggling, we can also look at the league and just know that there's no quality here. Because why has it happened that any person you have bought from that league always becomes a joke? We started with Harvards, then there was uh we did not start with Harvards, we started with Nkunku, then Harvards, then no, I'm forgetting some names. But all through, even the season, you're looking at the people we are buying. Gittens, Liverpool have bought Wits, probably Walter Made. Like, sometimes I'm so sure, I haven't looked at it, but I'm so sure there are so many names from Bayern, from Bundesliga, not Bayern, from Bundesliga, that you think will be coming here to change the game, will be coming here to, like, really, really change certain things, and then they just end up, like, you're looking at them and you just feel like, for Gittens, for example, he's a good footballer. He's a good footballer. He has the right first touch. He knows where to put the ball. But then you just look at his technical, and you feel like it's off. It's very off. Like, what's the decision making? What's the decision making? Like, these are the things that they used to tell us. Like, as a winger, if you get the ball, you can't just always run to the corner. You can't just always run to the corner. That's the first thing you are always told. Even if you are quick, even if you don't put yourself in the trouble, that's what, either from academy, you don't even need to have gone through an academy to know that you need to always play with the team. You need to always know, like, your decisions have to depend on how the other guys are moving. Like, you can only move to the wing if you are planning on crossing, or if you are planning on getting past the person marking you. Like, you have to play with the persons coming behind. You have to know that you are creating space, you are creating a chance. You just know how to move. You don't put yourself in a place where you are cornered, you can't move. Everybody, like, you can't just be directed, because that's what right backs and left backs are usually told. That's what they are usually told. Like, direct this winger to a point where he can't move. So if you don't have the the capacity to know that this guy's directing me, that's why you'll be doing every, like, now and then, now and then, now and then, and you'll never influence the game. That's what Gittens has been doing. Like, I was watching the game and wondering, like, this person needs to make better decisions. Like, you need to to do things knowing, and it's not just that, it's the fact that sometimes he just goes off the game. And that has occurred for a lot of people from Bundesliga. That has occurred with Havertz. That has been the story of Nkunku. That's now with Gittens. Like, it's just off the game to some extent. The ball is in our half, and somebody is doing a long pass, a long pass from there, and the guy is off. Not once, not twice, not thrice. Like, nearly every time he's getting those long passes, always off. And it's because he has logged out of the game. Even Havertz, when he came here, he was like, he had logged off the game to some extent that the passes he was giving, sometimes they'll just, go off pitch. And sometimes I used to think that the Premier League is very quick compared to the other leagues. But then that doesn't happen with people coming from Spain. That doesn't happen with people coming from Monaco. They might not be ballers, but they'll just fit in. They'll not have logged off the game from the first minute. Like you see, even today, after 2 hours or 3 hours, we are going to see Liverpool. I just want you to see how Wits is playing, the movement is making. You'll see that there's something wrong with Bundesliga right now. And I think that's why the German teams are getting beaten every now and then with smaller teams. What's the team that beat Liverpool? That beat Liverpool last week. Not Liverpool, a German. You can see. I, I'm asking those people who are scouting in Chelsea that to right now just ban any, and with Xavi. I was discussing this and somebody mentioned, but Xavi is playing well. But Xavi has not been in Bundesliga for like 3 years, 2 years. I think he has been there for only 1 year, and you can tell now the difference. He has been in Spain, he has been in France, and you can see there's a difference in the way they are getting the ball, the way they are moving. They are not just going to the corner. They sometimes are cutting, and they are not just cutting to try and shoot. They are cutting to create spaces for themselves, to create chances. Like, it's different. It's just a different role gravy, and it's not a single person mistake. And it's the reason why anybody going to Bundesliga always shines. I'm so sure Jackson will go there and he will shine, because there's a problem with Bundesliga that those guys who are making those football made in Germany film, they need to come back and say that football is not there anymore. I think the football that was made in Germany probably died in 2010. Was it 2010 or 2014? 2014. That football died in 2014. From 2014, it has just been a very, very, very steep. It wasn't slow. It's just a steep decline. Steep decline. I think if people are rating, because Bayern Munich, have Bayern Munich even won Champions League lately? I don't think so. It just shows the scouts need to ban any transfer from Bundesliga. They need to just shut off the door and ask them to really, really improve their league before they can start competing. And hey, it's especially, you see, last season, that by Leverkusen, was it last season or the season before? The way it was just beating every other team. It went unbeaten in Bundesliga. And then Atlanta from Italy just puts three past them very easily. He outplays that team. Like, Bundesliga are done. Bundesliga are done. Atlanta just put three past a team that had gone unbeaten in Bundesliga. That is just more evidence why we shouldn't be getting a player from that. Because even Sancho was coming from Dortmund and he was like the king there, and then he comes to Premier League. He can't do anything. He can only score those one in 60 games. Stop. These are enough evidence to tell you that. And it's the reason why Gittens needs to be taken to the development squad to start learning the basics of being a winger and playing with their team and just locking in a game, because it's embarrassing. It's not even embarrassing for me. It's embarrassing for him, because in 2 years people will want him to be shipped to Kazakhstan